Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we're back to Borderlands 2. Let's continue. So, we're kind of stuck in a story mode section, and until we finish this story mode section, there's only one side quest that we can really do. There might be some challenges. I'm gonna kill somebody with that grenade and get one challenge done. But just happened to know that. That's until we get a little bit further. We want to collect 2 more slag samples. I'm hoping some new areas open up and some new quests open up in some of the previous sections of the game too. Definitely the area we've been in most recently has not really had enough things in it. There's all kinds of animals and cages in this area. Let's see. With my golden key guns, everything is so good that I'm in a bad position. Now I ran back to collect an extra one of these samples, so if I find one more, then we will know that there was actually one extra slag sample. If we don't find any more at all, then we'll know that you did have to run back to the beginning because you saw it before the quest started. We're also listening to these doctor's orders logs as a side quest where Handsome Jack is forcing this Dr. Samuels to experiment on Pandoran humans and do horrific experimentations with iridium on them. Here's one of those flags just stuck at the top. I'm really loving these singularity grenades. Of course, in this case, there's a lot of them in a row, so until one falls, they act as standing shields. So that's gonna release some stalkers, and apparently release more stalkers, and apparently release some more stalkers. I don't think it's supposed to do that. Oh, so there's Tina's mother there was experimented on by Handsome Jack. I don't think I ever got that storyline before. So let me look at the map for a second. Apparently that previous section I was in, I had hit the end of the wall, even though it does seem like there'd be a connecting door there. We're going this way, and doctor's orders is done, so now we're just going this way, trying to save Bloodwing. But in the middle of that whole mess, in the shooting, where there was no quietness to even hear what was being said, we heard Tina's mother tell Tiny Tina to throw a grenade and escape. And yeah, I don't know if that ever gets brought up. In a weird way, they write Tiny Tina as this tragic example of why kids should have never been brought to Pandora, but then they also depict her as this like happy-go-lucky psychopath who's just as crazy as every other Pandorian resident. So yeah, with her extreme violent tendencies, it's hard to have a character there that feels fully rationalized or realized. I'm so full of guns, and I'm about to do a boss fight, obviously, and I'm going to need one of these guns. Are important, so I'm just going to leave them on the rack. And let's see. Boss fight would be rocket launcher. So, yeah. Let's do this. Down we go. Observation wing. Remember, a lot of these cloth things would not be depicted on weaker platforms for whatever they're worth. They look nice on PC and all.
Want Bloodwing back, huh? Shame. I've been doing some really interesting iridium experiments with her. Hate to see her go, but heck with it.
So Bloodling is all slagged and also giant now.
Oh my god.
Level 21 boss.
Kiddo. Bloodwing's got all the elements at her disposal. Fire, electricity, corrosion, slag.
Those are the elements.
God damn, I forgot the last one. What the hell is that again? God damn it! Just weaken her and I'll hit her with a drink! I'm sorry, soldier, but you gotta beat Bloodwing down. Do what you can to save her, but if you can't, she's got what we need to get into Control Core Angel and grab the vault key. That's what matters here. Fire!
There we go.
What else? Watch across!
So Bloodwing certainly not staying in place, and the singularity grenade's not gonna let me do a lot of damage to him.
She's gonna die bomb!
Am I just aiming too low? I think I might be. I like that there's a boss fight here. Having recently just played Borderlands, not Borderlands 2, but Dead Space 2, there really was a lack of enemies. So her health went up. Does she have ice? Abilities as icy thing? Like, I really don't even care. Wanna come for me straight? Fine.
Hey, I'm sending you supplies. She's dive bombing! Move!
And see, they've got it set so that at a certain point she gets on the ground and starts walking towards you, just in case you run into a problem killing. The responses are a little too high, but my health is too high too. This is a different experience, certainly,
What is left?
Oh, it's explosion. That's the one he's forgetting. Oh, he's gonna explode the head off of it with that gold necklace. Yeah. Is that something I remember, or is that something that?
I'm loading the train, Dot. Tequila, blood. This won't hurt, I promise.
So they hit him with the
She's still alive.
explosion.
The microchip on her collar, and we can get her back to Sanctuary.
Microchip on collar. We grab it.
Oh, now I remember. Explosive! No! That is why you don't screw with me. You and your little friend Mordecai turn yourselves in, or that dumbass bird is just the beginning. God damn it, Jack! I'm gonna kill you! You hear me?
Like, so we're getting great reasons why Mordecai wants to kill Handsome Jack, and we're given a reason, I guess, why Mordecai would not specifically be a character that you can play as now because you've lost Bloodwing. I've got so many guns that I'm just gonna leave on the ground. And definitely, this is the kind of stuff that helps Handsome Jack be the better bad guy than General Steel was in the first game, because you barely even recognize that General Steel was the main bad guy in the first game. Bad girl, and she really you didn't ever really get to fight her or kill her, and that was probably slightly frustrating. If it would have been more frustrating had I realized that was what the goal of the whole thing was. I'm just gonna leave. Well, these are like 700 guns, so let's see if we can find some quick cheap things to drop. That, and that, and that, and that. Just drop a bunch of those and take the guns instead. And these are 300, so I don't think there's really anything too much to lose. This is 600. Yeah. It's not worth it. It's not worth your time to switch things
where
around.
The hell is... Oh, I had a violin somewhere. I was gonna play it all sarcastically. God damn it, it was gonna be awesome. Blake! Where's a bloody violin?
Alright, so if I jumped over here and looked for a Cult of the Vault, I'd probably miss something over here. Yeah, and there's kind of nothing. Like, you jump down here, you could jump down this way. Yeah, so now I'm down here. And then over in this side. Not finding a Cult of the Vault mark or anything. Just finding kind of an awkward and Mordecai's back to his old self because I've come back to the previous area. So I could have gone on this way. So I was supposed to run this direction and then run this direction. We're delivering the upgrade to Claptrap.
You didn't think you were gonna get out of here alive, did ya?
Intruder in range. Deploying reinforcements.
Vault Hunter, get down. Assholes! Screw you! Screw you! Venga Diablo, you sons of bitches! Right.
We got a lot of glitches going on. And so Mordecai is losing it, I think pretty valid reasons. His pet was killed, and I can certainly see why someone would be upset because of that. Meanwhile, my golden key purple guns are doing their job so expertly that I'm in no danger of anything. Here's a fast travel, and fast travel also opens up us up to the point where we can look at guns, and for the most part I think we're just gonna sell them all. Yeah, I don't think that there's anything that any of these can really offer. So just mark everything for being sold except for the couple of ones that are at higher levels, and I think even they probably should be sold too at some point.
Better merchandise anywhere else. I made sure of that. Thanks for the scratch. Carving out info. We'll keep you safe in your
Let's
travels.
see, and I don't think I'm gonna find any grenade mods.
Much fun. If you got the money, I'll save your golden life.
Let's see, I don't think I'm gonna find any increase in that. So where are we now? Quest wise, we have turn this into Sanctuary, turn this into Sanctuary. There is kind of no way, I don't think, to fast travel to the natural selection annex. So if I'm ever, and I mean ever, going to come back and do those arena runs, I'm going to have to fast travel to this corner map section and then run across the entirety of the map and then do it. So that really is going to get to the point of just like a cleanup idea that I'll probably never do. Meanwhile, like, we are here, and this area on the main map of Pandora feels like it should interconnect to something. We go back to Sanctuary, and going back to Sanctuary should be the thing that unlocks the next act, whatever that act is.
Found it. All right, this is a song for Mordecai's stupid bird. Any. Are you what? Screw you. It would have been hilarious if I found it earlier. Shut up.
We've unlocked some skins, so it wouldn't be a terrible thought to look and see where are the new skins that we've unlocked. Maybe none of them are heads. So we now have this red shirt, this better red. These don't look amazingly different than things we already had. Racer. Who are you calling yellow? I can't believe that they thought this was an important thing to add to the game. Like, in all honesty, either have a customization where you just can import your own textures or paint your own characters' outfits at the or don't have anything at all, and frankly this game would have been fine with nothing at all. I'm just gonna go back to the default suit because I really don't care. Not one bit. Right.
Starved to death out here. Kill me.
I tried, man.
How are you?
By the way, has this guy got any new messages?
And they told me pirating Iberian broadcast wouldn't pay.
And now for the latest edition of This Just In with Hunter
Yeah, we haven't had
Hellquist.
a bulletin board
This is
quest.
Hunter Hellquist, Hyperion Truth Broadcasting. The bandit hordes of Pandora suffered bitter defeat today as their scum-infested town of Sanctuary was nearly destroyed. Handsome Jack, ever heroic and forward-thinking, tricked a particularly moronic bandit into breaching the city's defenses. Had it not
that
been
was
for
me.
Handsome Jack's incredible mercy, Sanctuary would have been utterly destroyed. Being the hero he is, however, Jack gave the city and its denizens one final chance to repent and join the Hyperion family. We'll be waiting for their response. This is Hunter Hellquist, signing off.
There's an arrow to a knee joke, I believe. So let's turn in this quest.
In addition to being highly entertaining, the data you found may hold the key to stopping the spread of slag poisoning.
So we can take something that's worth 904 or 300, so we'll take that. And let's see, let's run up here. We need to deliver the upgrade to Claptrap, not Firehawk. So Lilith hasn't been kidnapped. I thought maybe that was the story. It's taking a break in the middle of playing this game. It certainly wouldn't make sense. Increase the chance of enemies dropping rare loot. Maybe rare loot is a indicator. Maybe purple is above rare. Right. I think this shield. Let's see. Let's store that there. Replace the shield because I don't need two purple shields. Store that. Active cooldown. We'll go ahead and store that one. And I'm gonna have to make some decisions as far as grenade mods. I don't think I need two purple grenade mods, so I'm gonna take one of them and sell that. I don't know if I need a class mod either. I'm not sure I need a purple mod. And these other guns. Yeah, there's no reason to hold on to this gun. The floated repeater. Reload speed and shield capacity. Now we can sell that too. Alright, so that's a collection. This game is really weird about
I got them. You
how it's set up with limiting you to do certain quests and then making you turn in quests.
Get out of my face!
I feel like a more modern version of something like World of Warcraft would not ever let you have so few quests if you chose not to have that. I have 32. So what do I want to upgrade? Can't upgrade grenades. Do I need to upgrade the bank? Let's just go down the row. One upgrade. I don't really have enough characters. Yeah. The first game you would have had a ton of quests on these bulletin boards and they barely even used it in this game.
This just in. Hot off the echo presses. Get your new edition today.
Let's see if maybe we can find the guy who will give us guns. Seems like he appears and disappears in different areas. Okay, talk to Claptrap.
Buddy, what the hell are you?
Oh, I just plugged the chip into him.
Holy scatsack! I'm invisible. This is you. I can't. Minion, give me 5. Oh, right. You've earned it.
Great. Claptrap can get us through the Angel's security field now. Come on back.
You can high-five him or you can leave him hanging. I high-fived him. There was an achievement.
New jobs for you. Your eagerness, however, has been noted.
So you can leave him hanging for an achievement, which would be the right treat, the way they want you to treat Claptrap. But I chose to high-five him. I don't think on Steam though that any of the achievements come out. Even if they do, you're not going to get 100% of all the achievements anyways, because a bunch of them are built around playing as different characters. So you'd have to play the game like at least to level 15 with every character.
Yeah. Remember that time Mordecai got shot in the shoulder and he just hid behind cover and threw Bloodwing out to face those bandits on his own?
Yeah.
And Bloodwing just flew around and around in circles, not attacking anybody. And Mordecai was screaming at him, "What are you doing, you coward? Get to killing!" Blah, blah, blah. And finally Mordecai stood up out of cover.
And Bloodwing went screaming down into the fray and killed all those bandits in a half second. Yeah, he wanted Mordecai to see him do it. Wanted to make him proud.
And Mordecai was happy as a skagging slag, kissing his beak, scratching his neck.
Yeah, which would have been cute if Bloodwing hadn't been covered in entrails.
Shut up already.
So Mordecai is now back to the base.
I'm a bad person.
There's only one remaining character from the first game to get the band back together. This entire game for at least 35 hours now, it feels like, has just been getting the band back together with the first characters from the first game, when I would have been much happier had we just started with them all together still doing their thing.
I'm sorry about Bloodwing, soldier. But there's still more to be done if we're gonna reach Angel and get the vault key. Take this note to Thousand Cuts.
Chapter 12, the Once and Future Slab, the last character from the first game.
You're going to deliver that note to a bandit leader known as the Slab King. Now, he used to be a part of the Crimson Raiders until his methods got too brutal. I didn't think ripping Hyperion officials limb from limb in front of their loved ones was an effective way to get intel. He disagreed. Still, he owes me a favor, and he can help us get past the bunker outside Control Core Angel.
So yeah, the game is moving us forward. And now that we've moved forward to chapter 12, we've got 1,000 other side quests. So let's see, where is it?
I require nothing from you other than that you
So there must be somebody else that has a side quest. It must be Mordecai. Where are you, Mordecai? He's walking around somewhere. Here he is.
This might be up your alley.
Level 19 trivial. Mordecai wants revenge.
Bloodwing's dead. Jack's nearly got the vault open. I don't know about you, but I need a drink. Or more like a lot of drinks. The Hodunks run rack ale out of the dust. Blast the kegs off one of their booze runners and get them for me.
Okay, so we're gonna steal some booze off the Hodunks. So that's gonna send us back to the dust, this is exactly what I wanted, was for there to be more quests and more reasons to run around to places we've been before we start moving forward towards the rest of the game. But we kind of need a side quest specifically that will take us to the natural selection preserve to do that arena area.
Hey man, I need something.
Elliot Yeats Frost Scooter. I think Elliot Yeats and Frost are all poets.
I'm trying to write a love poem for this chick, Daisy, but I need some inspiration. Something to get my juices flowing so this poem will get her juices flowing. That's sex. Use this camera to take some pictures of interesting landmarks that I could toss in the poem, would you?
Okay. So we're gonna pick up his camera, so that's what cameras look like?
Oh, pick up any nude mags you see. Never hurts to have a fallback.
Okay. And so that also is a quest. Still have this weird black thing that just looks like a visual glitch. And I think that's kind of it as far as things to do here. Again, it's rather weird. You can't just go here and cause something new to happen.
Welcome to the black market.
Let's see, we have 16, which would just be enough to upgrade that.
You better stay on.
And see, I want to save my money, so I'm just gonna start saving it and get until I get the challenge completely done instead of gambling. I could gamble certainly and get more iridium, but no reason. Nothing from Hammerlock, nothing from Mad Moxie. Yeah, there's nothing more in Sanctuary to do. I don't have enough of these for it to be wise to do this. We're not doing anything with Tiny Tina either. So Natural Selection Annex, we're not going back to. Fink's Slaughterhouse. That's rank 22. I'm at rank 25. I think by the time I got around to doing it, I'll be so high up. This is rank 25 now, so I kind of want to be at rank 27 before I do this one, and rank 30 before I do this one. We have two things that would have us go back. So we have a rank 19 optional mission, or we go to 1,000 Cuts and we do that optional mission. Oh man, so we kind of do need to go back. But let's go to 1,000 Cuts. Just see the new area. You go too far. You really just travel to too many areas, even before the DLC.
If you're looking for the Slab King, that's where he'll be.
It's
careful though. He kind of lost it after Hyperion killed his dog.
Hyperion killed his dog. Or is it a skag?
Catch a rat!
There was a dog character that we freed in the first game. So this is a exit to opportunity, which we never really went in opportunity. So exit to Holy Spirits and the Highlands Outwash. Highlands Outwash. Wildlife Exploitation Preserve. So that's where we would have gone otherwise. And there's 1,000 cuts. Exit just behind us. So I think it's only valid to come out into this area, and let's go to opportunity and see if this gives us a side quest or mission. Yeah. Shield charge rate.
Feast your eyes upon the paradise that awaits you in opportunity. A world filled with excitement and potential. Just think, right now, this could be you.
So, opportunity is a Hyperion.
Emigrate to opportunity today.
Hyperion floating island, kind of like Sanctuary but way prettier, but I don't think there's a reason to be here yet. I was thinking maybe something would unlock, but in all honesty it feels like nothing will. Good news is we can fast travel. I lost my car, though. It just despawned it. Which is interesting that they programmed the game to work that way. Because in the first game, pretty much if you had a car, if you had a car and it could make it to a fast travel section, you would come out of the other side of that fast travel section in the same car. 1,000 cuts. Where is it? Looks like you have to go on foot and just walk up this hill. Yeah. Or you don't actually have to go on foot. It's probably a smart idea, however, that they did just despawn cars in between travel sections. Just adds some consistency.
Is at the top of that mountain. That's where the vault key's being held. The Slab King is up on the other cliff. He can help us get past the bunker outside the control core. Hopefully.
This thing is just covered in blood. Alright, so we can't see the map too much, but already we have a side quest and some things to look at. Is this a lookout station, I guess? Like, you assume we'll never get down over into that section. We'll probably get over there, but we'll probably have to walk in around in some circles to do it. You've got a giant creature. The first game had a section.
We got an intruder! Intruder, huh? Sounds like Hyperion sent another assassin. All right, boys. Fight like badasses or die You have to fight through the slabs to reach the king. Be careful.
So we really haven't been fighting a lot of psychos in this game. This is you're really late to the party. And again, I kind of feel like this was a...
The team you dispatched to the village of Ajas has returned, sir.
No problems, I'm assuming.
Not quite. They were unable to secure the village.
Whoa, run that by me again.
Only one member of the occupation force made it back alive. He has 2 broken legs, he lost an arm, and sunstroke seems to have driven him completely insane. He keeps saying one name over and over.
Yeah? What name?
Salvador.
Let's see, how much money? We just got $100 in a big pile of money, but we got about $13 in a small pile of money. Yeah, so this feels a lot like the valley section in the first game, where there was somebody sniping you the whole time, and you had a different direction to go. My melee's still not killing fast enough. I'm not anywhere close to being low on bullets. So we're doing Scooter's side mission right now, which is find nudie mags and take pictures for inspiration. There's some nudie mags.
I got the nudie bags. Worst case scenario, I still got something to pass the time.
We cleared out our inventory so we can pick up some more guns. We could probably goof around and just see how this caustic guy tries to take us on, but honestly he's probably not worth keeping alive because he might knock me off the edge, and if he knocks me off the edge I'll die. And this is the Slab King symbol. I'm not 100% sure that there's a Cult of the Vault hidden anywhere in this area. It seems like it's probably going to be a relatively simplistic area too. Let's see. If I go that way, that won't get the items I'm looking for. Each one of these sections has a tendency to... Let's see.
Well, boy, that bandit hung himself in his own tombstone. It's dark, it's depressing, I don't understand what I'm talking about. It's perfect!
Smash all the tombstones. So, we now have a challenge to smash tombstones. This guy wants to be shot in the face. I think I probably have to talk to him first, because that would be... I would have hit him in the face by now. Down here. That guy wants to be shot in the face. Still kind of have a mix of marauders and psychos, where in the first game they felt like those were very separate groups that showed up in very separate areas. Maybe in the first game that was the case and things just changed. We've got something here, which I believe this you don't deal with at all until the very end of the game. So, like, you have to beat the main storyline before you can do anything with this, if I'm recalling correctly. It's like a experimental teleporter from the ancient aliens that lived on Pandora that will take you to a new section. Man, this melee attack for an assassin with a samurai sword sure can't hurt people. Why they would hide a like almost at the end of the game element in this section, it kind of is questionable. It's probably because, if I was to guess, there's only 4 to 5 more big areas left in the game. So, yeah. We have to take that as part of a consideration that this game is running out of areas, which is honestly fine for me because there's, well, clearly I'm gonna trigger something later on. It feels like there's too much of this game, and that's from somebody who took at least a month break in the middle of the gameplay. Of course, also, it's fair to say that I played Borderlands 1 maybe a year ago, maybe 6 months before I started playing this. So, being very satisfied with yet another replay of Borderlands 1, it gets hard to be satisfied with Borderlands 2, because Borderlands 2, while it slightly improves, it's not a major improvement. If it came down to it, I think I would still prefer to play Borderlands 1 over playing Borderlands 2 if I could never play another one. If I had to pick. And then, of course, the Borderlands pre-sequel issue is going to be questionable. Let's see, there's a glowing plant in No Man's Land.
Oh, a lone flower surrounded by blood and stuff. I maybe could turn that into a symbol of like flowers or birds or I got it.
Apparently there was only one nudie mag to collect. There is up there a shielded section, but it's questionable how you would get there. Doesn't seem like you can reach it from this section. I'm probably gonna have to run around and snap a picture of this.
Is that a bandit spooning with the robot? bull crap, my friend. Chicks love that. That's going in the poem. Robots and sex and stuff. All right, my poem is done, completed and stuff. Get back here and I will not read it to you.
So that's one quest done. Is it really worth it to run back to Sanctuary and turn in that quest? No. So instead we'll set the main story quest here and see if we can move the story forward. Yeah, I really feel very odd about just the small amount of enemies that seem to spawn in the area.
I tried to keep to myself, but no. You Hyperion bastards had to come after me. You just had to kill Dusty. You want to treat me like a bandit? That's exactly what I'm going to do.
Let's see. Now, the final character from the first game, as far as I know, didn't have a dog. So he must have gotten a dog at some point. And then the Hyperion people should have killed it. Which is very much repeating repetitions on a theme that I kind of disagree with that idea.
We've got some satellite footage from Ovejas taken shortly before our occupation force arrived.
Play it.
Kill him! I want to hear his neck snap!
Salvador. For the murders of the men known as Blunt Crack, Craw, Friday, and Spitstain, you will now be hanged by the neck until dead. Have you last words in your defense? They were bandits. They tried to kill mi abuela. Yes, yes, yes. You have attempted to convince your fellow villagers of this many times. Anything else to say regarding the murder of these men? It was fun.
Salvador sounds a lot like the merchant character.
What are you looking at? No getting away from us!
I don't think we did enough fighting with bruisers. Maybe in New Game Plus, they double the amount of enemies. If that was the case, that would explain why this feels off. But I don't know, maybe it's just my memories are faulty. Sure feels like twice as many people should walk out of every area and chase after me.
Dusty was just a puppy. Almost as nice as my first dog. You let your boss know I'm gonna do to him exactly what he did to her. So slow. You, what do you mean they ain't from Hyperion? Oh, must be a new recruit. All right, boys, let's put him through the ringer. Oh yeah, the Slab King won't talk to you unless you join his gang. So just survive whatever initiation he's got planned for you, and then give him that note.
Let's just jump here. So we're gonna join the Slab King's gang. We keep getting caustic Goliath. That feels weird. It feels like the first time I played this, I wouldn't have run into so many caustic characters. But it's not really changing how the game plays. And every little area has another one of these respawn sections just in case you fall off the edge. Let's look at the map. I wanted to get to the guy here. Shoot this guy in the face guy. Want to get up there somehow. But yeah, I'm sliding back on this ramp here, so I assume I'm not supposed to be able to reach the heights in that direction, that way. Okay, we can find this guy.
No more waiting! Need a face shot! Boom! Twist! Yay! In the face!
You gotta talk to him first.
Shoot me in the face! Check out!
There we go. So we got a quest completed really quickly there for shooting that guy in the face. It's a funny twist, certainly. Just to have a psycho want you to shoot him. I still don't know how to get up to the top of that one. That area. And how many of these are there? 3 have been smashed. So I'd have to find 6 more grave headstones. And looks like there's a collectible over in that direction to get also. See, if I go that direction though. Yeah, doing that right now probably is for the better. Because I'm not going to trigger a lot of Hyperion attacking. Man, moving the gun while shooting still doesn't work. Okay. Still getting a lot of cussing. I don't like that cussing. I'm not a prude to cussing or anything, I just think you're gonna repeat that a lot.
Let's hear it. Ah, my arm, you maniac! Quit your whining. You still got the other one. Besides, you killed Judge Hector, shut up my town. What do you care? That guy was gonna hang you. Nobody's perfect. Now, why did you come here? Handsome Jack's orders. We're clearing out bandit villages and looking for vault hunters. What's a vault? What are you, stupid? Ah! I may be stupid, but at least I can walk, cabron. The vaults are alien treasure, unimaginable danger. Oh, that sounds fun. All right, you're free to go. Crawl on back to your amigos. Crawl? It'll take me days to get back to my unit. You maniac! You bastard! Ah! Por favor, call me Salvador. Yeah, I like this guy. Put him on the list.
So, this is kind of the backstory of Salvador. So I'm gonna have to follow the wire. Right. So I'm gonna have to follow the wire on these guys. There we go. Well, I screwed that up. Oh well, die, I suppose. It'll take me a second to realize where I am.
Perhaps if you bought more quality
$4,000 to
respawn.
respawn.
So much. Just a thought.
And they definitely are putting it like the respawn stations were always Hyperion respawn stations, which I guess you would assume is true. Alright. So we can come in here and collect a few guns, I suppose. And there's no other exit or anything. We may at some point want to just jump from here to this. And you would have thought that that would have been a challenge or something. But clearly it wasn't. I'm not sure where the rest of the gravestones would be. Let's see. Just find a place to pause. We have on the map more of the map over in this section, and this exits to the bunker, which I think, honestly, the bunker might be the last area. So it's gonna, we'll probably have to run back and try and do these quests earlier than I would like them to happen. I really don't think there's too much story mission that's gonna continue to happen. We've got a blue, we're getting greens. We still have a decent collection of just white styles of item drops, but there definitely is a case to be made for trying some different things, like maybe some MRVs to do more damage in a more wide area. Although Singularity, I would say, is still better than this is. But you know what? I'll equip it anyways, just so we try something different. Shield's no good. That's no good. Some of these guns I think almost certainly we can reject, whereas some of these other guns arguably start to become questionable. Like, maybe I would be willing to play a level 25 gun that is a green over a purple that's a level 23. Yeah. We just keep on playing. And I really don't feel like I have too much to say otherwise, too. It's just like, yeah, more Borderlands 2. The more I think about it, the more I'm thinking, let's just take a break after we do the main story. Let's not do any of the side mission DLC. I imagine a lot of it is good. Also, I imagine a lot of it I've never played before, but I just don't know if I have enough energy in me or interest in me. It's wearing me down trying to play Borderlands 1 and Borderlands 2 in the same run of 2 or 3 years is too much. You need a good 4 or 5 years difference, which is, I guess, a great thing. Somebody could get Borderlands 1 right now, play the entire game, take 2.5 years off, play Borderlands 2, and maybe at that point Borderlands 3 would be out. If not, you've still got the pre-sequel, which is just more Borderlands 2, is basically what I've heard everybody call it. Anyways, that's going to be it for this recording. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment, and watch every second of my videos. If you want a friend or follow me on any social media sites, there's a bunch of links down below in the description box. And if you want to support me one time, friend me on Steam, gift me a game or a gift card. If you want to support me more monthly, support me via Patreon. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.